I said to Melina that the police are causing unnecessary medical procedures to be performed instead of dealing with crime that I've been the victim of, that my neighbors have committed. So I'm waiting to be connected with the legal department of Molina. Something I asked Chris to do, but she failed to do. So I'm doing it for her. It sure is taking them a long time to connect me. I don't know what the problem is.
Hello, sir. Thank you for holding. So it wouldn't be the third-party liability that's related to accidental claims, and there's a third-party insurance involved.
Okay.
There is a fraud, waste, and abuse number that I have if you're wanting to report anything.
Okay.
So you're saying that the police is causing you to go under unnecessary medical procedures?
That is correct. They're not addressing crime that I'm the victim of and that my neighbor committed. And they're calling the real crime that I have evidence of delusional beliefs, and they're causing hospitalizations because of it. They've performed 25 in 6 years. I've had no previous mental health issues. And it's all centered around them not addressing the crime that my neighbor is committing.
If you do have a pen and paper, I can provide you with this phone number.
It sounds excellent. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It's 866
Mm-hmm.
606
Mm-hmm.
3889.
Let me read it back to you real quick. 866 606 3889.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Thank you very much for the phone number.
Of course, no worries, sir. Is there anything else that I can help you out with?
No, I don't think that's it. Or I do think that's it. Thank you so much and have a good morning.
You too. Thank you for calling me. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Might as well call. Here we are.
Thank you for calling. For English, please press 1 now.
Para español,
presione. Thank you for calling your Ethics and Compliance Hotline. All information you provide will be kept confidential. To file a new report, please press 1. To follow up on an existing report, please press 2. You have called Navex Global, a company hired by your organization to gather information related to potential issues. We will take 10 to 15 minutes to ask you a series of questions, then submit the information you provide to your organization so they can begin an investigation process if warranted. All information you provide will be kept confidential. Please hold for the next available communication specialist. Your call may be monitored for training, quality assurance, and other purposes.
Thank you for calling the Molina Healthcare hotline. This is Adir. Would you like to file any report or follow up on an existing report?
I'd like to file a report, please.
Okay. So before we proceed, what company is your call in reference to?
The one that committed the abuse or the healthcare provider? I'm not sure I understand your question.
So that would be the provider or the place that you're reporting today.
Okay. It would be Molina Healthcare.
Okay. Okay, thank you. One moment, please. Okay, so you have called Navix, a company hired by your organization to gather information related to potential issues. We will take 10 to 15 minutes to ask you a series of questions, then submit the information you provide to the organization so that they can begin an investigation process as warranted. All the information you provide will be kept confidential.
Okay.
So, this concern that you're reporting today took place in which state?
Ohio.
Okay. have the employee line, marketplace line, Medicaid, Medicare, MMP.
Medicare. Or Medicaid. I'm sorry.
That's totally fine. There's no need to apologize. So, in a sentence or two, could you briefly describe the primary reason for your call today?
Yes. The police have not addressed crime that I have evidence of that my neighbor committed, and the police call the crime a delusional belief, and they're causing mental health hospitalizations as a result. It's false imprisonment is what's being committed.
Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that this has been happening to you. Allow me one moment here, please, while I review some of the company's guidelines, and I'll be back with you shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your patience. By any chance, would you happen to know the address of the Molina Healthcare branch that is involved in this concern?
No, I do not.
Would that still be in the state of Ohio?
Yes.
In which city?
Columbus?
Okay. And what would be your relationship to Molina Healthcare?
What is my relationship to Molina Healthcare?
Yes.
I am the patient or the recipient of care.
Okay. So, would you be the member
Yes.
of Molina Healthcare? Okay. So, for this report, would you like to remain anonymous, or would you like to provide your name and contact information?
My name and contact information, please.
Okay. So, what would be your first name?
Robert. Last name is
Okay. And what would be your...
Milligan, Milligan.
Okay. So, just to ensure the fact that you mentioned the correct spelling for the name, that would be first name Robert. Robert will be R as in Romeo, O as in Oscar, B as in Bravo, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, T as in Tango. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Moving on to the last name, that would be Milligan. M as in Mike, I as in India, L as in Lima, L as in Lima, I as in India, G as in Golf, A as in Alpha, N as in November. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to provide a phone number?
Yes. It is area code 614-506-1924.
Okay, so that would be 614-506-1924.
Yes.
Would you also like to provide an email address?
No.
Okay. And what would be the best time for communication with you?
Anytime during the day.
Okay. Would you happen to have a member ID?
Yes.
Okay.
It is 910011766610.
Okay, so that would be 910-011-76610. Would that be correct?
I think not. There are 3 zeros after the 91.
Okay. Thank you so much for the clarification. And would you happen to know the name of the person that you would be reporting today in this report?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Okay, that's totally fine. There's no need to apologize. So, today, would you like to report a specific person or persons when it comes to this concern?
No.
Okay. Is the management of Molina Healthcare aware of this concern?
Yes, I really need help with stopping the police in continuing to cause hospitalizations.
Okay. And since when has this issue been going on?
It started in 2018, and there have been 25 hospitalizations in 6 years.
And when was the most recent date?
Last month.
Okay. So that would have been in November of 2022.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll be documenting here that this issue has been going on for more than a year since you mentioned that it started back in 2008. And if I may ask, how did you become aware of this concern?
I became aware of it through the Netcare probate narrative that I read when I got the records released to me, where the police called the crime that's occurred a delusional belief.
And if I may ask, how did you become aware of the hotline number or reporting system?
When I tried to get the email address of my caseworker and explained what I was needing it for.
Okay. Thank you for that information. So, would you like to provide a brief description of how this began to happen?
Well, I got 911 transcripts of my neighbor saying that the Secret Service visited her and she repeated lies to the police department in that 911 call. She has worked with this individual, and the police believe that it's the real government, and it is not, because they lied about my medical history and my arrest record.
Okay. Would you happen to know the name of this neighbor by any chance?
Yes, her name is Patty Ryan, Ryan.
Okay. That would be Patty. P as in Papa, A as in Alpha, T as in Tango, D as in Tango, Y as in Yankee. Last name Ryan. R as in Romeo, Y as in Yankee, A as in Alpha, N as in November. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay. And would you like to elaborate more as to how Molina Healthcare would be related to this concern?
Yes, because medically unnecessary procedures are being performed. The police are protecting Patty by not holding her accountable for impersonating an officer and for telling lies to them about me.
Okay.
They,
And all of the
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's totally fine. There's no need to apologize. I'm so sorry to interject. So just to clarify, this medical unnecessary procedures are being performed to you due to these lies told by Patty.
Yes, because the police are continuing to hospitalize me instead of addressing the crime.
Okay. And you mentioned that you had already filed a case with Molina Healthcare regarding this concern.
No, I have not.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. And you also mentioned that you had medical records to support your concern today.
Yes, because I had no previous diagnosis. My neighbors are trying to get me to move out of the neighborhood, and the strategy that's being used is to claim that I am mentally ill.
Thank you for providing me with this information. And previously you mentioned that you would like Molina Healthcare to know or to stop performing these unnecessary procedures?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for providing me with this information. So at this point in time, I'm placing the line on hold. I'll organize my notes, and when I am done, I'll be sharing them with you.
Okay.
In the meantime, if you could please find something to write with, as I will have some access codes for you in a while.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience.
This is really big. It is gross abuse of power that the police are projecting. And I'm not having it. All this time that the police have wasted covering up. But really, it's Patty's fault because she hasn't told the police that they were imposters. The police still think that they're doing what the government wants. And it is now to silence me from talking about R&M. Patty's such a bitch. And she's gonna get hers.
Thank you for your patience. At this point in time, I am still organizing my notes. So I'm placing back the line on hold.
Okay. Okay. So the opening line of my journal today. The sickest thing my neighbors have done is convinced everyone I am sick and in need of medical attention in order to avoid responsibility for the crimes they've committed against me. True story. My life is a complete piece of shit because of Patty Ryan. What a cunt.
Thank you for your patience. So I've noted here that since 2018, Patty, Robert's neighbor, has been calling the 911 number and finding out what Robert's medical history. Patty lies and says that Robert is mentally ill. The police department done hold by Patty accountable for lying and often arrest Robert and hospitalize him at Molina Healthcare. As a result, Molina Healthcare performs unnecessary medical procedures to Robert. Prior to Robert's first hospitalization, he didn't have any type of diagnosis when it comes to his mental health. And November 2022 was the most recent day that Robert was arrested and hospitalized at Molina Healthcare by the police department due to Patty's lies. Robert has had a total of 25 hospitalizations due to this. Robert requested that Molina Healthcare stops performing unnecessary medical procedures to him as he is not mentally ill. So if this content is accurate, can you provide me with any four numbers that will make up the password for this report?
Any four numbers you said?
Yes, so for this report, you would have to create a password so you can provide me with any four numbers of your liking so that I can create a password for you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so your password would be 1234. Provide you with your report key. I need you to please write it down and along with your password, keep it in the same place. Without both of these exact things we have discussed, we will not be able to access your report in the future. Do you have a pen and paper handy?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So your report key would be 430-315-830-301. Could you kindly repeat the number for me, please?
Sure. 430-315-830, and then I don't have anything else.
Okay, that's totally fine. After that would be 301.
Okay.
So just for accuracy purposes, I'll be repeating back the report key and you can tell me if it is correct.
Okay.
So that would be 430-315-830-301. Would that be correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So we ask you to use this report key and your password to call us back, or you can log in at the website, which would be www.ethicspoint.com into the 3 business days to review any follow-up questions that the organization might have for you. Also, if at any point you would like to upload the documentation to support this concern, you are more than free to do so by logging into the website and uploading your documentation.
Okay.
Okay? So, thank you for calling. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I will now be submitting the report.
I appreciate you very much. Thank you.
Thank you as well.
This is some serious shit. Because the police are causing it. December 29th. Through others' eyes. When someone points out a shortcoming, our first reaction may be defensive. But if we truly want to be free, we will take a good look at input from fellow addicts. Basic text, page 36. At some point in our recovery, we come to the awkward realization that the way we see ourselves is not necessarily the way others do. We are probably neither as bad, as good, as beautiful, nor as ugly as we think we are. But we are too close to ourselves to really tell for sure. That's where our friends in the program come in, caring enough to share with us what they see when they look in our direction. They tell us the good things about ourselves we might not know. They tell us the hard things too, that we might not be able to see. We may react defensively to such help, and in some cases, justly so. However, even malicious remarks about our supposed shortcomings can shed light on aspects of our recovery that we cannot see ourselves. Wherever a useful insight comes from, for whatever reason it is offered, we cannot afford to discount it. We don't need to wait for others to spontaneously offer their insight. We can spend time with our sponsor or other NA members we trust We can make the first move and ask them to tell us what they see about particular areas of our lives to which we are blind. We want we want a broader vision of our life than our own. We can have that vision by seeing ourselves through the eyes of others. Just for today, I seek to see myself as I truly am. I will listen to what others say about me and see myself through their eyes. That is impossible for me because nobody sees the truths of my situation because they all believe the police who are setting me up. And I can't find a lawyer to sue the fuck out of them. I need a lawyer today.